Hey, how you doing? This is RJ. Seems like I have a bunch of new subscribers. So, because of that, I just want to say up front, the way I usually do things is when something comes out, I just let it sit for a while and see if anybody asks the question that I'm asking myself. And if no one asks that question, then I ask the question. And that's why I'm 10 days late here, but I'm going to talk about the Stan Lee statement about him basically being held hostage by Keya Morgan. And I want to talk about it because there's an aspect of this that no one else seems to be talking about. Because I'm sure you already read some article about it, either on Bleeding Fool or Bounding into Comics, or watched Diversity in Comics video about it. But here's the thing. Here's what doesn't make any sense to me. This statement came out on the 6th of October of this year, 2018. The 6th of October, right? But I'm asking myself, well, here you have Stan in this statement saying that he was basically held hostage and that there are a lot of videos that he doesn't want people to actually publish anymore, nor does he want them to be distributed or anyone to pay any attention to them. Now, he's talking about these videos where he basically calls them hostage videos, and he is talking about where he says stuff that is either nasty about other people or disavowing that he should have anything to do with them, whether they be his daughter or his lawyer, anybody who tried to defend him. Now, he said, and he asked people not to distribute those videos, not to pay any attention to those videos. And he specifically is talking about those ones where he's making statements about other people. But I got to ask this question. He's talking about these videos, and he talks about them being done on a cell phone, right? Now, what about all the other videos that he did during that time? That's my question. Because there was another video that came out on, what was it? What was the date? The video came out October 5th of 2017. Now, this video is called A Message from Stan Lee. And it was, as Sana Amanat has said, at the request of Marvel Comics. Now, she did an interview with Reveal, I think it is, which is still up. And she says that she was using Stan Lee to fight against Comicsgate. Her basic statement was, in terms of how the industry responded, we knew that the best way for Marvel to respond to something like this, which is basically Comicsgate, was having the legacy of Marvel, Stan Lee, actively say something. And he did. So, what she's talking about is this October 5th video from Stan Lee. Now, this October 5th video from Stan Lee is done on a cell phone. And it's very choppy. It's put together in a very, very choppy way. And when this first came out, and even up until recently, people have been saying, this looks like a hostage video. Even before the statement of Stan Lee came out. Right? Long ago, as far back as October 5th, people have been looking at this video and saying, that looks like a hostage video. That someone did it on a cell phone. It's all chopped up to make it sound like he's saying something. Right? And I also did a little bit of digging and found that at least until April 12th of 2018, Keya Morgan has been putting out these videos on behalf of Stan Lee. So October of last year certainly was in his reign of terror. So my question is this. I went to the Marvel Entertainment site, for the YouTube site, to see if this video is still up. And it is still up. It has over 410,000 views at this point. Now, I realize that this was not probably one of the videos that Stan Lee was talking about in his statement, but I gotta ask the question. Alright? Gotta ask the question that, since we know from the dates that this was during a time where he was being, at his own words, held hostage, and many videos were being taken of him, and he was being made make many videos of things which he did not really have any input into. But really, It doesn't matter whether or not he had any input into it or not. If he was being held hostage, that is not a situation where you are really in any kind of control of what you say, whether you think you are or not. He literally said he was held hostage. And this video was done at the behest of Marvel. So Sana Amanat says that she, or someone from Marvel, certainly, had requested that this video be done. But obviously this video is done not in a Marvel location. It looks to be done in his home. It is done on a cell phone, and it is very choppy. And yet, Marvel should know very well by now, since it's been 10 days since that statement by Stan Lee has come out, that he was being held hostage. So why are they still using this video? And any other videos that are like this? That's my question. Again, even if Stan Lee were to come out and say, yes, I suppose these videos are okay, this is still a video of a man who stated he was being held hostage at this time. And he's not actually being dramatic. I mean, the guy did things like take him out of his house in the middle of the night and take him to a quote-unquote safe house to get away from authorities or his family. All right? This guy did things like steal his blood. So obviously, this guy that was in control of him at October 5th, 2017, when this video came out, and most probably was the one not only in control of this video, but actually took this video and spliced together this video for Marvel. You know, this is the guy that provided Marvel with this video. A kidnapper. A guy who holds old men hostage. And yet, Marvel is still using this video. And as late as, what was the date of that interview that Sana Amanat did? Well, it's not the interview. The Reveal article came out on September 22nd. Right? I don't know. There is no date for the actual interview that the person who did the Reveal podcast did with Sana Amanat. I don't have a date for that. But up until fairly recently, you know, Marvel is still trotting out this video and saying, hey, look, this is something that we're using against Comicsgate. But the dates obviously clearly show that during the time of this video being made, the man was being held hostage by someone who was abusing him severely. And it looks to be, from all the descriptions of what Stan Lee himself says about how the videos of this man were done, this video was done by this man. And yet, again, and yet, Marvel Comics and Marvel Entertainment is still putting this video up, still has this video up on their YouTube page, still has this video up and is using it as little as a month ago to decry what Comicsgate is doing. Now, again, for people who are always going on about the persecuted, who are always going on about the oppressors and the oppressed, you know, because that's what all of these social justice warriors out at Marvel are all about. That's their whole worldview, right? Everything is based upon the idea of you're either an oppressor or one of the oppressed. And they're always fighting for the oppressed. They always want to fight for the oppressed. And yet, we have this man who was severely oppressed, this man who was in a position where he was being abused and, at his own words, being held hostage, and they are still milking the videos done by the man who took him hostage in order for them to get their way, in order for them to stem the tide of their bad sales and to make it all look like it's our fault at Comicsgate because we're a bunch of haters. Seriously? I don't know how many other of these videos are still up there. This is the only one that I'm really concerned with. And if anybody wants to take a quick look and see how many more there are, I'm sure I probably will at some point. But this is what Marvel is still doing. How are these videos still up? Again, even if Stan says, well, I kind of meant this or that you can't take all of those videos out. The man was being held hostage. Under his own words, that's what he said, being held hostage. The person who did the video was his hostage taker. Should they not come down? If he wishes to make another statement of the exact same thing, I would think that would clear things up greatly. If he wishes to make the exact same statement, doesn't matter. I mean, that would clear up the matter completely if they want him to do so again. But really, Marvel, you're going to use hostage videos of an old man to promote the fact that your dip in sales, we'll call it a dip in sales, is not due to you, but is due to quote-unquote hateful Comicsgate people out in the world. Anyway, if I've given you anything new to think about, hit like, hit the shield on the lower right-hand corner of your screen to subscribe, and leave me a comment. Give me something new to think about. I'll see you later. Bye.